Yeah, here we go. Rolling sound, quick.
Action.
Hello, and welcome to Screen Talk, where we talk all things movies and TV. We're your hosts, Richie McGuigan.
And Michael Whip.
If you're someone who loves to talk about movies and TV way too much, this is the place for you. On today's episode, we will be talking about our most anticipated film of 2024. Hope you enjoy. For me, I would say my most anticipated movie is Deadpool 3. Seeing Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds on screen together playing Deadpool and Wolverine, dream come true for me. I remember when they first announced it, they did it so discreetly, kind of, where they did like Ryan Reynolds sitting on a couch and Hugh Jackman walks by, like in the back of his house or whatever they were, wherever they were, and he's like, "Hey Hugh, you want to play Wolverine one more time?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, Ryan."
I think I saw that actually. I didn't know
Yeah.
what you were talking about at first.
It was a couple years ago, I think.
Yeah.
A year ago, and I just remember like, holy moly, they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
And not only are they gonna be doing it together, they're gonna be doing it in the MCU. And given that trailer, I think this could be what the MCU needs for like a little bit of a kick in the ass, sort of say. That's pretty much the most anticipated I've felt for a movie since probably No Way Home, I would say.
Yeah. I'm definitely excited for that too. I love the first two movies, and yeah, that's a duo that I'll definitely love seeing on the screen. They're both I mean, obviously Ryan Reynolds is always funny, but Hugh Jackman does have more serious roles, but can also tap into that comedic part of his character, especially with Wolverine. So, yeah, that's definitely, I'm looking forward to that. I saw the trailer for it when I saw Dune last week. I know it's come out, but that was one of the most anticipated movies of the year. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm really that was really good. I'd been waiting for that, really excited. Rewatched the first one, which got me even more hyped for it, and I'd say like all the expectations were met. I think everyone's been saying like it's been getting a ton of hype, but it's definitely deserved. It was a great movie. Honestly, wish it was even longer than it was.
It was almost 3 hours, right?
Yeah, but I think it could have been even like longer. I still would have loved every minute of it. But yeah, it was really great. And whenever the third one's supposed to drop, which apparently won't be for quite some time, I'm looking forward to that. So, yeah, I know I'm looking at the list that you have of all the movies.
Yeah, I think...
Is The Lord of the Rings one a movie or is that a show?
I haven't heard that one yet, but I saw that and I definitely want to look into it. But another one that's on that list that I posted, Venom 3.
Uh-huh.
I've heard a couple rumors about that one. I heard maybe a Spider-Man cameo in there.
Okay.
Like
which
maybe
Spider-Man? Like
I've heard both Andrew Garfield and maybe Tom Holland. I mean, not them together, but like either one of them. I've just more recently I've heard Tom Holland's Spider-Man is going to be in it because they want to do it. Sony and Marvel are not friends right now. I don't think, because Sony wants to do their thing, and clearly their thing's not working because obviously the Madam Web debacle and the Morbius they're all flopping, they're all losing money, and Marvel's like, we don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
We want to do our own thing.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Venom movies, so I definitely should check those out because I love Tom Hardy. One I'm like somewhat concerned about. I don't know if you've seen Gladiator, the first one, but Gladiator 2. I mean, it's the same director. It's still Ridley Scott who's doing it, so that's why I have some faith. But his last two movies weren't amazing, but hopefully he stays true to the story and does it justice. I think it's about Russell Crowe's character.
Yeah.
Whatever his son.
He's gained a lot of weight, so I don't know how that will be.
Well, I think the main character is his son in this one.
Oh,
so,
okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I remember in the first one he was like a little bit more lean. Looks like a gladiator now. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to spoil what happens in the first.
Of course.
But yeah, I mean, so but the second one I think is taking place like much later. So
That would be cool.
yeah,
Though.
I hope it's good. That's like when I saw that was coming out at first, I was worried, but at least it's Ridley Scott doing it, so
Yeah.
I'm hoping he knows what he's doing. Yeah, I think Beetlejuice 2 is still Tim Burton, so that also. I don't know if you've seen Beetlejuice, the first one.
I have
but,
not, but I have seen A Quiet Place and A Quiet Place Part 2. And those two, I wasn't really into horror,
Uh-huh.
but those two kind of piqued my interest of how like creative of a story they were. I understand that I think it was it Bird Box? It was like you can't speak or you can't open your eyes or something like that.
Yeah, Bird Box, you can't open your eyes, I think.
Yeah,
'Cause
so
then
that's
if
somewhat
you
similar. I
see-
haven't seen that, but it's another interesting story. To be
Yeah,
like,
it's not that
you
good, but
can't you can't live normally
Right, yeah.
and live.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. And A Quiet Place Day One, what they did with those stories was the first one was kind of like in the middle of what's all happening. The second one
Right.
was post.
Yeah.
And then this one is obviously
Yeah,
day one.
They seem to do that a lot with these like post-apocalyptic movies. They make like
Yeah.
2 movies, and the next one will be like about
Yeah, like,
how it
if
all
they do well,
started.
like people want to know,
Yeah.
how did this all happen?
But I think it'll be interesting to see, like, and we have new characters to get into, so
Yeah.
that's cool, and I think they have a good cast too. I'm looking at it right now. So
Yeah, and John Krasinski, I think, is really coming into his own now.
yeah,
Director and obviously big actor. And I actually, it's not on this list, but If, his new movie with Ryan Reynolds.
with
If.
him, he's in it, or
Ryan Reynolds is the main character, and the movie is called If. It's an acronym. It's Imaginary Friends.
okay, maybe
And
I've s-
and John Krasinski, I think he's in it as well, but he's directing it and he wrote it.
okay,
And that's another one where it looks like it does a nice, kind-hearted story.
yeah,
But yeah, that's another one. I know this was supposed to be, we were supposed to just do one, but I think that there's a lot coming out this
I mean,
year.
yeah, there's definitely, there's even more coming out. That's just not even.
Yeah, not even
It's
that.
hard to, and a lot of times movies will just come out of nowhere too. Like I guess this does say movies, so that means there's gonna be another Lord of the Rings movie. I'm kind of curious.
Yeah.
like, what's the deal is with that?
And there are a few shows as well. I mean, we've mostly done our discussions about movies.
I know a couple of seasons are returning for like I don't know if you know like House of the Dragon.
Yes, I actually
yeah.
I just rewatched that this past couple
okay, yeah.
days.
So
I think Yellowstone coming back in
June. Oh,
November.
Okay, awesome. That's cool.
It's
Because
not
I
like a
should
start
watch
of a new season though, but it's the
second half.
continuation.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
of the last season.
yeah, it's like they did like 6 episodes, 7 episodes of
The first
the
part.
season 5.
Yeah.
They're only ever like I think 10 episodes, maybe 12.
Right,
So they
so it's
got
like a
less than half to
two-part.
go.
Yeah.
But
Well, I'm pretty sure the season's longer. Like it's gonna be.
it might be longer.
Yeah, I think it might
Okay.
go like 14, kind of like a
Yeah,
Breaking
this
Bad,
is
like,
probably going to be
final
the last one too,
Yeah,
because Kevin Costner and that whole.
yeah, but he is coming back though. Is that
I
confirmed?
sure hope so
Okay.
because that would be something that would be some creative writing that they would need to do to
Yeah,
write him out
yeah,
after
and
he's
that would
been the main
suck.
character for
Yeah,
years.
Yeah. House of the Dragon, the bear also returns. If you know that.
I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. And then, so yeah, there's a lot of good stuff coming out this year. It's good. I think we've like gotten kind of past the like COVID phase where things were like
Yeah,
coming
slow
out
down.
really like far apart, and I think I don't know if this is just on another note, but Shogun. I don't know if you know what that is, but it
I
just
don't.
came out. It's based on a novel, and there was a show in the 80s too that it's a remake of, but it's really good, and that's got like 3 episodes out so far, so that's definitely worth checking out too. It's kind of, people are calling it like a samurai Game of Thrones sort of, so
Cool.
it takes place in Japan and everything, so yeah.
Awesome. Well, those are our most anticipated films and TV shows coming out this year. Thank you for listening. It truly means the world to us that you take the time to listen to us ramble on about movies and TV. For more info, follow us on Twitter or X, Instagram, and YouTube. Be sure to tune into next week's episode where we will be discussing sequels, good and bad.
And cut.